Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Blue Nose Trading. My name is Tori Solis, and today I'm going to be testing this brown tweed matte glaze from Penguin Pottery. I'm going to be testing this glaze on 9 different clay body test tiles, as well as on a textured white stoneware mug. The glazes from Penguin Pottery have always come to me well packaged. They include a lifetime warranty with their glazes, which is pretty sweet. This is a Cone 6 matte glaze that is listed as lead-free, non-toxic, and food safe. Before I use any glaze, but especially a brand new glaze, it's important to shake the holy tarnation out of it. Take note that I'm using my thumbs to secure the lid while I shake. This is important because it helps ensure that you have habits that will prevent you from wearing your glaze on your face. These types of foil seals are effective, but I can't ever get them to come off in one satisfying peel, which as far as complaints go, I don't think that actually counts as one. After shaking well by hand, I'm also going to give this a quick blast with my power drill that has a beater attachment to make sure that everything is completely and thoroughly mixed. I'm going to be brushing glaze onto my test tiles. In most cases in my work, I am brushing on my glazes. This glaze was formulated for brushing. If you want to dip this glaze, Penguin Pottery recommends that you use a dispersing agent such as Darvan. I brush my tiles in 1, 2, and 3 coats, with the thickest coat at the top of the tile. I fire my tiles hanging on a high alumina rod to see how the glaze will perform on a vertical surface. In this way, I'm testing for running. With the thickest coat of glaze at the top of the tile, if a glaze is going to run, it has somewhere to go. Penguin Pottery recommends 3 coats for best coverage with this glaze. I like to test glazes across a multitude of clay bodies. I'm a clay body addict, so I like to have a rough idea of how a glaze might behave on different colors and surfaces. Also, I know y'all are out there working with endless kinds of clays that I don't even have access to, so maybe one of these tiles can give you a good estimation of what might happen on your particular clay body. As always, I strongly recommend that you make your own test tiles. There are a lot of different factors that go into how a glaze is going to turn out. The best way to see how a glaze is going to work in your kiln, with your clay, and with your application is to do your own tests. First up, let's look at this textured white stoneware mug. This glaze is wonderful. The matte is soft and consistent, the brown has a good tone and interesting dark and light modeling across the piece. My partner actually claimed this piece for his own coffee mug, so I consider this a winner. On the white stoneware test tile, this glaze is pretty straightforward. I did see a bit more of the dark brown modeling on the cup than suggested on the tile, but little things like that are to be expected. I also really love a glaze with a nice toasty line around the edges like this one has. On Laguna Speckled Buff, this glaze is a smooth matte. The speckles show through but are slightly subdued. My Spectacular clay handles this glaze well. The finish is a nice smooth matte. The larger speckles show through strongly and bleed into the glaze. The effect on Laguna B-Mix is slightly lighter, but still a great matte finish and color. There's much less of a toasty line on the B-Mix than there is on the white stoneware. Not gonna lie, I'm not loving what this glaze is doing on Laguna Frost Porcelain. The finish is matte, but the glaze feels a bit puffy. The color is lighter as to be expected. The Industrial Minerals Company Dragon Fruit is much like the Frost. The glaze is matte, but it feels a little bit puffy. The spots are a bit more subdued with thicker application, but they still show through like a static in the background to some degree. On my Cone 6 red clay, we got a different effect. The finish is still good, a nice buttery matte, but the color is substantially darker. I think the unique effect on red is lovely. It's a nice cream blasted dark brown matte. Laguna B3 was not having it, and I'm not surprised. These dark clay bodies give off a lot of gas during firing, and the smooth matte glazes tend to have a hard time melting and smoothing over the holes and blisters caused by the off-gassing. I also wouldn't recommend this glaze for Laguna Esbache, but this clay hates every glaze ever with like 2 exceptions. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope you enjoyed learning more about this glaze and can make use of this information in your own studio. If you'd like to help support my channel so I can get more glazes to test for you, consider becoming a supporter of my channel at patreon.com/bluenosetrading. If you'd like to see all the ceramics I currently have available for sale, visit my website, bluenosetrading.com. If you want to stick around for a weekly art video, be sure to subscribe to this channel, Blue Nose Trading. I post a full-length video every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time and daily art shorts. Thank you so much for being here until the end of the video. Remember that you have great ideas that are worth exploring, other people's opinions are none of your business, and drink lots of water. And I will see you all next week.